Hey, it's your boy, Cody Hawkcaster here, and I'm about to show you how to set up a proper AA site in Arma 3. Now, let's go through a little bit of a scenario here. You're wanting to set up a Zeus mission where you have an AA site. Maybe that be a threat to NATO forces, or maybe that's just a threat to the player's aircraft. Nonetheless, if you set up a SAM site such as the RIA system, you'll notice immediately it ain't shooting nothing down, despite the fact that that Huron's just sitting there waiting to be destroyed. It's not. Now, you might be wondering, Cody, why is that? Also, why are you overstating this intro? I don't know. So, here's what's going wrong. Let's delete this RIA system, and I'm going to reinsert its Cronus, that one. I'm so sorry. Insert a Cronus radar, which is that one.
All set up.
Set it where we want to go, and still it will not be engaging our target by looking at it. So we have to double click it, we go to sensors, and we set it to either default or active. I personally like to set to active because I don't trust the AI to do everything I want it to, so active forces it to turn this radar on. Once we hit OK, it should start turning our RIA system around as it's now data linking between the two systems. And that's when we went away. With that, you can also see something very special about the RIA system. It doesn't even fire directly at the target. It will actually arc its shot. So you can't set it from the other side. Well, this Huron's getting very lucky. There we go. Its luck ran out. You don't have to actually set it directly in line of sight, but you do need to set it close to the line of sight to get it to actually work. Now you'll also notice, hey, our RIA system only has 4 missiles. That can be kind of annoying when we're setting up proper AA sites that we want in case of situations like these to engage multiple targets. So there's a very easy fix for that. You double click on the RIA system, and I'll bring up this menu. Where you want to go to is loadouts, and then you want to go over here, click on the RIA system's AA, and go over to plus sign here, and just start maxing that out. Basically, that's how many 4 times sets of rounds you'll have. So in this case, it has 36 rounds in total, and they'll basically act as magazines. After it runs out of 4, it'll refill. And that's how you kind of set up your RIA system to work in Zeus. Now, the RIA system's pretty special in that you can also have it do some very cool props if you're pretty smart with it. So let me move over, and I'll show you something that I've set up myself. So, if I can find it, there it is. Say we want to do a mission where we are pretending that, say, CSAT has set up a ballistic missile system. Now, default, there is no way to do that. But with the RIA system, we can. What we're going to do is we're going to set this to be back on, active. And basically, the RIA system will look for a target. In this case, we've set up a drone. A drone is small enough, if put close enough to a Cronus radar, that the Cronus will detect it, and the RIA will actually seek to try to engage it. It won't actually fire, but it will give itself a line of sight. You can actually look to see that the Cronus radar does move itself around, or the RIA system moves itself around to look at. So if we wanted to fire towards Kavala, what we do is we kind of set it over here. Maybe lower it a little bit in altitude, just so it looks like it's firing properly where it needs to. And it will then set like that. Now as a player, I would come in and I'd see that radar, and I will blow it up. And then the RIA system will lose track. So what we can do is we can make it invisible. Sorry. We go and we do hide objects by typing in here. Click on your RIA system, and you want to say, is this object hidden? You want to say yes, and that will hide it. The RIA system here will still be getting data from there, and will still continue to look where it may. Now, also what can happen is if you have AI around, they will detect this drone here and try to fire at it. So to stop that, we're just going to hide it as well. Again, click on hide objects. Is object hidden? You want to set that to yes, and then hit OK. And thus, it is hidden. From the ground, if I teleport my Zeus here, you'll notice you can't even hear the drone. All you can hear is the nice hum of this quote-unquote ballistic missile system that we've set up. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and hope you learned a little bit more about setting up AA systems in Arma 3.